Introduce yourself.
My name is Scott, short. My Instagram tag's Fitguyscott. Been working out 20 plus years. I was in the fitness industry for 14 years with GNC. Like we talked a little bit earlier in today's shoot, it was basically, I was a franchise operator for 8 years at 2 locations, and then I was a district manager for 6 years prior to that. So my dad's owned health club 20 plus years, competitive bodybuilder, so I kind of grew up in fitness. And my YouTube channel mainly is for fun. Part of it is for fun. I also like to educate people. I think there's a lot of knowledge out there, and sometimes people relate with pros, sometimes people relate more with common, Joes that they might know or like on Instagram or follow. So it's just about getting fitness out there, have some fun with it. I have a family, so it's kind of keeps me in shape to keep up with my kiddos. I have one, it's 1-year-old all the way up to 19, believe it or not. So that's kind of my, and my 2 oldest boys work out with me quite a bit. So my 19 and 16-year-old. So
Nice. So you live in Ohio?
I do. I live in Ohio, Cleveland area.
Yeah.
My Cavs. I know you guys. I won't bring that up.
Hey, LeBronto.
LeBron. Yeah. Just a kid from Akron. But my second favorite team is obviously the Raptors because my fiance, soon-to-be wife, is from the Toronto area. So, or just outside the Toronto area, Aurelia. So.
Yeah. So you travel a lot. How do you?
I do.
So with traveling, you're sitting like a long time.
A long time, yeah.
How do you fit that in?
My biggest thing I will say, guys, I eat every 3 to 4 hours. I meal prep, and I will say this: it's gotten better up here, but meal prepping in the States is so easy with some of the stuff that I'm able to buy. And I found other things up here that obviously work real good for me too, like these steamable bags of rice and peas and different things like that, and then I just make bulk chicken, basically. Chicken, fish, whatever. But I do that. I do a lot of protein bars and or shakes too. There's only a few of them that I trust in though. A lot of protein bars are full of sugar and junk proteins. There's a couple brands that I do like that I kind of stick with as far as protein bars go. If anything, I usually do shakes probably more so than anything. So shakes, pre-workouts, or pre-made meals, I should say.
Nice. Okay. So meal prepping is
meal prepping is key. Yeah, I think if you don't watch your macros to a point, and trust me, I love pizza, I love Chinese food, I love donuts. Those are probably my big 3 favorites.
Yeah.
And I try to fit those in around my major muscle groups. I don't have cheat days, I have cheat meals. So what I'll do is like on a heavy leg workout, if I really craving something, I might have pizza, I might have Chinese food. The next morning I might have donuts. But I usually run those around my chest day, my back day, or my leg day.
Nice. So with this YouTube, you're getting big on Instagram.
Trying to, yeah.
And what is your message to the world? What's the end game? What do you want to be bringing out to the people?
At one time I wanted to travel and kind of be like my idols like Steve Cook and Jeremy Bonita and kind of be sponsored by a bigger company maybe than Insane Labz.
Yeah.
Even though I'm grateful, these guys are awesome to me. I do this expos, but now being a family guy and a little bit older, man, just have fun with it, educate people. I like the company I'm with because they're small enough that I don't have to go to a lot of expos and do that kind of stuff, but they're big enough that most people know about them.
Right.
And they give me a lot of free stuff as well as, send me a bunch of sample stuff that's coming out to the market before it's even out there, I get it. So that's kind of the nice things of it. So, and if I'm not getting it for free, I'm getting it for cost. So it's pretty nice that they do all that stuff for me. So my end game, I guess, would be just to grow my brand, grow my channel, and just kind of educate people. Maybe eventually make a little bit of money on the side. That'd be great too.
Exactly. Well, we've seen you do a little bit of FST7.
Yep.
Okay, tell us about that. How did you get into FST7?
I guess my biggest thing with FST7 is the biggest inspiration I've had probably in the last 2 or 3 years has been Jeremy Bonita, or Bonita, I should say. Bondia, yeah, I say it. But he's definitely got the classic physique that I think is achievable by a lot of natural and using a little bit of drugs bodybuilders.
Yeah.
I like his look. I like his
At a pro level.
yeah, at a pro level. Yeah, exactly.
So
So
you can't go against those pro levels.
yeah, no, not naturally, no. But I mean, he's got a achievable. Where if you look at people like, trying to think of like Big Ramy, you look at some of these guys that are at like the Arnolds and different stuff like that. I don't want to be a gorilla. I mean, these guys are like 270 and shredded. That's not my deal. I like more like Steve Cook and Jeremy, Jason Poston, guys like that.
Yeah.
Even though they're huge, and I knew that obviously I'm not, ignorant. They do take stuff, but I mean it's still a nice classic physique, very masculine. So, but as far as getting back to your original question, FST7, I noticed that with my shoulder injury and some other injuries I've had in the past, you can't just constantly do progressive overload with weight. Over a period of time, your joints are going to hurt more. You're going to have more injuries and stuff like that. So the FST7 allows me to train intensely with principles like static holds, partials, time under tension. So it's taught me a lot of ways to train intensely, but without bringing, just always adding more weight, adding more weight, adding more weight. So that's kind of where I got into the FST7 training. And I think I've started to grow more since I started incorporating their principles, or their way of training, so to speak.
So with your large experience in FST7, and you've been in the industry for a while now.
Yeah.
Are we going to see like a Fitguyscott, your own program? Because actually, to be honest, with the videos we're doing, it looks like you've got a certain style that actually you have a lot of fans out there that want to look like you, right? So are we seeing maybe a Fitguyscott program?
It's definitely not out of the question. My full-time job, I haven't even went into that yet, is I'm a U.S. steelworker down in Cleveland, Ohio. So obviously I work 50, 60 hours a week on a given week, and then still try to train 3 or 4 days a weekend. Like I was telling you before, I got 5 kids, 4 boys and a girl. So I would say yes, but on the same token, it's just finding the time to bring that program to fruition, to write it, and produce it. And maybe, like we talked before, maybe we would bring out something in an ebook that you could buy online, whether it would be full nutrition as well as, the workout program.
So you also have your own gym?
Yes, like if you guys ever watch or look on my Instagram, I call it Iron House, but yeah, my home gym is like freaking awesome. What I like about there is sometimes you go to gyms and you go to take photos of yourself and you're kind of like, is anybody looking? I don't want to look stupid,
Well,
that's the nice thing about body and fitness here. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But like a lot of gyms you go to, you kind of get like frowned upon if you want to catch the right lighting, or pretty pumped up, maybe I'll grab a photo or whatever. But the nice thing about having your own home gym is like the lighting in some of these spots in my home gym is like phenomenal. So I'll take a quick and then there's this one spot I'm like I don't know if I'm that big, but man, I look big in this photo.
Well, you know what? I think for even 2018, we're going to be doing a trip to your home.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're going to do something like MTV
Cribs, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, come check it out. Like I said,
I think
we'll
that'll be a good
thing.
one. But with Tyler doing competitions and you doing your thing as well, I think that's what we'll be doing.
No, yeah, it'd be nice. I got a couple hotels like right up the street you guys can stay at, and then we can work out there. I could even take you over. I train 2 different places. I train at my cousin bought a gym, or opened a gym, I should say, and since sold it. Yeah. But I still train there. It's called Rise Fitness. It's in Medina, Ohio. Great gym there. Me and Nicole love it, and my boys train there. So, but a lot of times I train at home too. Yeah. I like the gym atmosphere. That's why I got an awesome home gym, as you guys will see. But sometimes just being around other people lifting, you feed off that energy. Yeah, so awesome. The motivation is always key, I think.
Yeah.
Music, people, energy, all that, Cameras, all that. Cameras, pictures for Instagram.
Stay on point, cameras.
Well, so, that's it. That's awesome.
All right. Well, it was nice to talk with you guys, thanks for the shoot today.
All right.
Go check us out. Give us a follow on Next Gen Aesthetics group for YouTube, and Fitguyscott, Tyler Wood, Fred Easy.
Boom.
Nice.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right. All right.
Makes the dream work.
See you guys.
There you go.
Till next time.